Hello everyone, welcome to How-FixIT. If you've noticed a significant drop in your iPhone's performance and the maximum capacity in the battery health section has fallen below 80%, it's time to replace the battery. In this step-by-step guide, I'll show you how to replace the battery on your iPhone 16 Pro Max, restore its performance to like new condition, calibrate the new battery, and remove the unknown part error message. Before starting, let's review the tools required for this repair. A screwdriver set, tweezers, plastic pry tools, a suction cup, a screen disassembly tool, essential for easing the separation of the screen from the device, waterproof adhesive tape and battery adhesive strips. I've provided links to all tools and replacement parts in the video description below. For the best results, I advise using a magnetic mat to organize screws and small parts throughout the disassembly process, especially for repairing a device like an iPhone 16 Pro Max. This will make the reassembly much easier, and you don't have to worry about the screws getting lost. They will all securely adhere to the magnetic mat. Now, let's get started. Start by pressing and holding the volume up and power buttons to turn off your iPhone. Remove the two screws located near the charging port. Use a hairdryer to warm the back glass for about a minute until it's warm to the touch. If you have a heat gun, set it to 90 degrees Celsius. This temperature is safe for the glass and will soften the adhesive. Place a suction cup near the bottom edge of the back glass, then gently lift. Insert a blade edge into the small gap between the chassis and the glass to carefully separate the adhesive and create a gap for inserting a plastic tool. Heat each edge of the back glass as you work around it, and don't insert your tool deeper than 3 mm to avoid damaging internal components. Remember, a well-warmed surface is the key to successful back glass removal. Ensure the surface stays warm as you work around the edges. This helps make adhesive removal easier. At the top of the back glass, two metal hinges hold it to the chassis. When opening this area, use a pry tool to gently slide the back glass down, releasing it from these hinges. Carefully lift the back glass, being mindful of the table attached to the logic board. Remove the screws securing the battery and back glass connector covers. Using a plastic spudger, disconnect the battery and back glass cables. To make the process easier, I recommend removing the Taptic engine and bottom speaker, which will help you safely remove the adhesive strips under the battery. Unscrew and remove the Taptic engine cover. Disconnect the Taptic engine cable and carefully peel it away. Remove the Taptic engine. Remove the screws securing the bottom speaker. remove the bottom speaker. The battery is held by 3 stretch-release adhesive strips. To remove the battery, you need to carefully pull these adhesive strips. Use tweezers to peel down the black pull tab at the end of the adhesive strip. Remember, very carefully use sharp tools near the battery to avoid puncturing it, using blood-nose tweezers to grab the pull tab and slowly pull it away from the battery. Be patient. Pull slowly to allow the adhesive to stretch and release. If an adhesive strip breaks and can't be retrieved, apply a small amount of isopropyl alcohol beneath the battery. Let it sit for a minute to soften the adhesive, then remove the battery. Now you can remove and replace the battery. In the description under the video, I left links where you can buy a battery for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's time to install the new battery. For this, attach new adhesive strips to the back of the battery. These strips will keep the battery securely in place while allowing for easy removal in the future if needed. Carefully place the new battery into the housing, ensuring that the battery cable connector aligns perfectly with the socket on the logic board. Once in place, press down slightly to secure the battery with the adhesive strips. After reassembling your iPhone, power it on and test the new battery. Next, use Repair Assistant to calibrate the replacement battery and ensure full functionality. Go to Settings, then select General, and then the About section. You will see a new section, Parts and Service History. Go to it. Tap Restart and Finish Repair to begin using Repair Assistant. Ensure your device is connected to Wi-Fi and has over 20% battery to complete the calibration. After rebooting, you'll see the Repair Assistant. Select Continue. On the next screen, choose a Wi-Fi network. Then begins the configuring phase, which may take several minutes. Once calibration is complete, tap Restart to finalize the repair process and resume using your iPhone. Then navigate to the battery section and check the battery health information. The battery health is normal and both the maximum capacity and battery cycle count are displayed, confirming that the calibration was successful. If you're unable to finish the repair with a repair assistant, here are some tips that can solve this problem. Make sure that your device is connected to the internet using a stable Wi-Fi connection. Make sure that your device has more than 20% battery. Restart your device and try to follow the steps again to finish the repair. Make sure the battery cable is securely connected to the logic board. Disconnect and reconnect the battery, then try to follow the steps again. If you're using a third-party replacement battery, be aware that not all third-party manufacturers guarantee the successful completion of Repair Assistant. Even if you see a message indicating the battery isn't functioning as expected, you can still use your iPhone. However, the battery will display an unknown part status in the Parts and Service History section. Replacement battery protected by activation lock. If you reuse a battery from another iPhone that's protected by activation lock, which means this battery is still linked to another iPhone, you need to unlock the previous owner's Apple account to finish the repair. When using Repair Assistant to finish the repair, you'll be asked to enter the email address or phone number and password that was used to set up the previous owner's iPhone paired with this battery to unlock it. If you cannot complete the Repair Assistant process, you can still use your iPhone, but the replacement battery may not perform as well as a calibrated one, and it will retain the unknown part status in the Parts and Service History section. Now that we've verified everything is working, let's proceed to restore water resistance. First, remove the old adhesive tape from the iPhone's frame. Once the iPhone is opened, the adhesive tape loses its sealing properties and can no longer protect your device from water and dust. To restore water resistance, you'll need to apply new waterproof sealing tape around the frame. However, if you don't have the new adhesive tape on hand, it's best to leave the old tape in place until you're ready to replace it. Use isopropyl alcohol, 91% or higher, on a cotton swab to clean any remaining adhesive. This is important for better adhesion of waterproof sealing tape. Ensure you're applying the tape on the correct side and that it aligns precisely with the edges of the iPhone frame. Carefully position the new adhesive sealing tape around the frame. Make sure the tape aligns with the edges. Use a plastic spudger to press down the adhesive tape around the perimeter of the frame. Once the tape is in place, grab the small pull tab and peel off the front liner to expose the adhesive. Use a rubber blower to remove any dust from camera lenses for a clean, professional finish. Reconnect the back glass cable, then the battery, and secure it with screws. Press down around the edges to seal the back glass. Finally, fasten the 2 screws near the charging port to complete the assembly. If you found this guide helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech tips and tutorials. Visit our website for additional insights and do-it-yourself guides. Remember, every tech challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Thank you for watching How Fix It, and we'll see you next time.